Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Welcome to PXG Day. As you can see, I've got their tour bag here with their Black Ops driver and every single iron that they do in their range. So if you haven't already, make sure you get down there, hit that red subscribe button. It's great for the channel, so if you could do that, brilliant. And also get that notification bell on. That way you'll be notified when I upload every single one of these products. So let's move this one over here because it is turn of the Black Ops iron. It's a game improvement iron, 28 degrees of loft and also 37.5 inches long in the shaft. It is half inch longer than standard. This one in the XP is half inch longer and the rest of the irons are 37 inches as a norm. Technology wise, we have a miraging steel HT 1770 miraging steel face, 1.27 millimeters thick, which is relatively thin, and that is also variable face thickness to try and maximize what happens when you don't hit the middle. Guys, remember at the end of the video we'll be testing this properly, hitting it all around the face and actually seeing how much drop off you get from non-optimal strikes. We have a dual cavity system in there where we've got a big cavity behind the face as normal, but behind the badge at the back there is a small cavity there. Effectively what that's trying to do is move center of gravity as low and as far away from the face as possible. And we have got a polymer inside that head, being hollow bodied. It has a potential to sound rather loud, and so by putting a polymer inside, it quietens the old girl down. We have a fairly chunky top line, but because of the chamfering on the top line, it doesn't look nowhere near as big as it actually is. Sole thickness, well, there is definitely a decent amount of sole down there. It is rather big. Blade lengths are the biggest of their range, and down by the golf ball we have a certain amount of offset. Yes, we do. I'm at a hole where we're 190 yards away. Now today I don't feel the greatest. I'm getting older and I feel a bit achy and stiff and not very quick. Now I'll be testing this at 3 different swing speeds, 70, 80 and also 90 miles an hour for the swing speed testing, because not everyone swings at 90 miles an hour. But this is the day of all days that I'm looking forward to testing this, because I don't really feel that sprightly. Right, let's go give this one a go. I've got this in the KBS Dollar Taper 120 stiff shaft. For Evan, I've got the same for the lot. There you go. Well, not the driver, obviously. I've got that in a hazardous, I think, but we'll get to that one later on. Right, let's go give this one a hit and see how this one works into a green. 190 yards today. Feels a very, very long way. That's a block. Although, that'll be all right. That'll hold on to the green, just, I think. Oh, yeah, we'll take it. Oh, just off the fringe. Club path 1.9 from the inside, face open by 1.1. Again, that's me, that's not the golf club. 4 mil low, 2 mil heel, a decent strike, cannot complain whatsoever, which means it was 38 yards in the air and 49 degrees descent angle at 178. It's fairly up. Now remember, this is a game improvement iron. It's designed for speed, it's designed for distance, but it also is designed to try and get the golf ball up in the air. This is not forged, so it won't have that dull or duller feeling. This is absolutely going to give you a little bit more of a confidence-inspiring pop off the face. But it's working well, it's getting up. And that's what its job is. Go far and go high. That might be left. That's a much better delivery for me from the strike. Wow, that's going up and that's going, oh, short side of myself, bad idea. Club path 2 from the inside, but slightly over closed, 2.6 closed. That's why it's overturned. That's my fault. Again, not the golf club. 4 mil toe, 0 mil low. So good strike, cannot complain. 39 yards in the air and 49 degrees descent angle. That is going up well. 183 yards, and if it hit the green, of which it didn't, because it was my fault, I turned it left, it would have absolutely stopped. Feel-wise, out the middle, within 4 mil, it does feel pretty darn decent for a game improvement iron. It does feel explosive, does feel poppy. It's very much so a distance-inspired idea. I'm really looking forward to hitting this at 3 different swing speeds, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, to see how it works at different speeds, because we don't swing at 90 miles an hour, and also do my full forgiveness testing where we get a heat map of this face. I'll be really interested to see how this does. The great thing with these, by the way, and it's a bit of a fun thing for PXG. Now, of course, it's marketing and it's promo and all this lot, but there's a kind of semi-serious note that goes along with this. This is their iron, their Black Ops iron, which they do their promotion of. Basically, if your gamer can beat this iron in distance and dispersion, they will give you money. They're confident about what this golf club can do. Okay, it's 28 degrees aloft, so it is fairly strong. So I'm not quite sure what kind of golf clubs you'll have as a 7-iron in your set, which is going to be beating this. The main thing is though, from my point of view, from a coaching custom fitting point of view, it gets people into a coaching, a custom fitting environment where the golfer can learn. And that's, for me, is the most important thing, not for a selling thing. It's so the golfer can learn not necessarily what equipment they need, but also why. Interesting thing with this, right? One or two more, because it is actually quite fun hitting. Again, slightly overturny. Maybe 2-3 more high, and again, I'm short side of myself, got to sneak into that note. Club path slightly more from the inside. I'm having a drawing day. 1.8 close, so yes, slightly overturning, that's all. We are bang on strike. 0 mil hill, 1 mil high. That is it, 39 yards in the air and 49 degrees descent angle at 186 carry. Yes, if that had hit the green, it would absolutely stop. But again, that is my fault, not the golf club's. It's doing really, really well at getting the golf ball up nice and high. It is a very explosive poppy sound. Yes, it is. PXG do say that this is forged in feeling. I'll disagree with them on that one. When it goes to the other ones, yes, they are more forged in feeling. Well, they are forged. This thing, yeah, you can tell it's cast. It would be interesting to see what this thing feels like, sounds like, if it didn't have the polymer inside. Right, one last one. And so look forward to hitting it at 3 different swing speeds. It's just, yeah, it just feels good. That's a slightly heely strike, but I might hit the green. Oh, kinda. Fringe. Club path 1.9 from the inside, face closed by 1.1, still got a little drawy flight, 3 mil high, 7 mil hill. Yeah, I could feel the slight heely strike. 36 yards in the air and 47 degrees descent angle, again, stopping really well. 187 yards. So within a yard or so, yeah, maybe a 2 yards, is basically doing what my 5-iron does. And my 5-iron is 27 degrees, this is 28. I cannot get my 5-iron 38, 39 yards in the air. I'm not trying to hit this high. I'm just hitting it normally. If I want to hit this high, I could quite easily pop this over at 40 yards in the air, which I really struggle to do with my 5-iron. And of course, that is because of the center of gravity on this thing, being a game improvement iron, is so much lower than that of my bladed 5. Right, let's go hit this a load of times, all over the face. Heel toe, low, all those weird and wonderful non-optimum locations. Let's also test this at 70, 80, and also 90 miles an hour to see what happens when you start taking speed away. Let's go see how the Black Ops iron gets on. All the shots now hit with the PXG Black Ops iron. I've done it at 3 different swing speeds, 70, 80 and 90 miles an hour, and also captured the forgiveness data as well. I've got a lovely little heat map to show you so what happens when you don't hit the middle and how much drop off you get. So let's have a look at the 3 different swing speeds. You can see I've got the club head data at the bottom. We'll have a look at that one in a sec. That's basically for me to make sure that I'm apples for apples testing, but we've got 3 different colored data sets. We've got the red, yellow and blue. Red is 70 miles an hour, yellow is 80 miles an hour, and of course the blue is 90 miles an hour. Let's quickly just go straight for the carry. 136 yards of carry for the red data set, the 70 miles an hour, 20 yards in the air and 37.9 degrees. Now anything over 40 degrees into a green will have a decent chance of stopping. 45 degrees is the magic number, because 45 degrees, generally speaking, unless you're playing on a runway, it will stop on any green. So seeing something 37.9, 38 degrees, it's going to be the lap of the gods whether this golf ball stops or not. And so I would absolutely suggest, if we were talking about a custom fit, that the 8-iron in the Black Ops set is actually the last iron you really should be using if you'll want some form of control when you hit your golf ball into the green. You'd have to then transition into some form of direct long iron replacement, or hybrid, or very lofted fairway wood, etc., to try and get that functionality back. If you swing a little bit faster, go to 80 miles an hour, the yellow, you can see ball speed increases, you can see spin increases slightly, but carry goes to 161. 161 yards, peak height now goes at 29 yards in the air. Absolutely fine. And descent angle within reason is at 45 degrees, and that is an absolute win. The 7-iron works absolutely functionally, and you could have the conversation about going 6-iron. Will I go 5-iron? No, because as soon as you go 6-iron, you're going to potentially lose another 2 or 3 degrees of descent angle. So once you start getting to 41.5, 42, you're thinking about basically the 5-iron is absolutely going to be in the 30s. And this is for normal hits. As soon as you miss hit something, and it will just be worse. So I would say even 80 miles an hour, you can go for the 6-iron. Anything after 6-iron, we're going to have to be looking at hybrids again from that point there on. 90 miles an hour, what happens when you swing then? 181 yards of carry. 180, yeah, that's a long old way. 39 yards in the air, so we've really got some height now, and 49 degrees descent angle. Wonderful. So yes, at 90 miles an hour, you are going 181 yards of carry. Bear in mind, that's 17 yards longer than my 7-iron. Long old way. And so yes, you can have a 6-iron, and I would also say yes, you can have a 5-iron. Would I have a 4-iron in this case? Probably not. It's going to get probably a little bit dangerously close to the 40-degree mark. But by that point, you are seriously going way past 200 yards of carry. Like way past 200 yards of carry. So at that point, you'd be looking into going to transition of hybrids or fairway woods anyway. So yeah, these are strong, fast, launchy irons these are. So have a quick look at the clubhead data. You can see clubhead speed 70.1, 80.1 and 90.9. So 90 miles an hour one was the only one that I swung 0.8 of a mile an hour too fast. It's not a lot. Efficiency is 1.38, 1.38, 1.37. Efficiency or smash factor, depending on what launch monitor you use, if you're a TrackMan user, is a measure of bang for your buck. How much ball speed do you get out for your clubhead speed? And of course, that can be affected by face angle, that can be from loft deflection or strike. So that's the whole idea. Club pass, very, very close. Face to pass, very, very close. Loft was within, what, 0.6 of a degree? That is it. And then we have the face impact as well. Quickly go over to the club and ball compare screen, because some people like to see the visual side of things. They learn that way better than they see a stream of tabular data. Right, what happens when you don't hit the middle on a Black Ops iron? To understand that, we've captured one within reason, within 3 mil, right out of the screws. So we can show you what happens when you hit it right out of the middle. We have an efficiency of 1.37, as you saw from the information beforehand. 1.37 within reason at this speed is the only, that's what you're going to get from one of these golf clubs at the loft that I've been delivering. 1.7 from the inside and face is at 0, so we've got no deflection otherwise from a face which is either open or closed. Loft's at 25.8, which is very close to the data set amount anyway, and of course we're 3 mil off. 1.37 efficiency, and we are 40 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle. At 183, that is stopping on any green. So to show you what happens when you deviate away from middle, is the best way is to show you the heat map. The numbers you can see there ranging from 0 right in the middle all the way to the edges where you start going difference in color. It's a percentage drop off of ball speed, effectively the efficiency drop off that you get when you don't hit the middle. Now on the top there you can see 0 right at the very top, and that runs all the way left hand side to 22 and on the right hand side to -22. So the -22 on the right hand side is the heel, and on the left hand side is the toe. And of course you've got on the left hand side you've got 22 and -22, high and low. You kind of get the idea. Now that blue line is the turf interaction line, so that denotes that if you are hitting a golf ball on the floor and you hit anything above 6 mil, you are not going to have to worry about efficiency of the face, because you are going to be hitting terra firma, as in the big ball, the planet Earth before the small ball. A lot of golfers unfortunately don't have very good control of their low point, and they hit the golf ball heavy, a lot of fat, chunky, whatever word you want to use. They hit the ground first, and of course after that you don't have to worry about how efficient a golf club is off the top of the face. The only other time you have that is when you're on a tee. Of course you have the opportunity then to hit high in the face if you really want to, or in the rough where the golf ball sometimes perches up. So you can see that's how much drop off that you get. You move all the way to 22 millimeters. That is a lot off the toe, and it drops down to 6%, and no different if you move to 22 millimeters on the heel side. It drops by 5%. That's what that green blob looks like on the golf club, and you can see this little red band on the right hand side. Even though you saw on the graphic that you only lose 5% etc. from those kind of misses, that green, that's red blob denotes one thing. You hit me there, and that's around about 20 or so millimeters away from geometric middle. That has interaction with the hosel, and that's a problem, because obviously as soon as you hit the hosel, you don't have to worry about how effective and how efficient the face is. The golf ball is disappearing off at a weird and wonderful angle, so we don't want to hit it there. That's why we have that red band down there. Please do not hit it from there. And if you are a heel striker as a patterned miss, work with your coach to do every single thing you can do to stay away from that, because if you are a predominant heel hitter and then have a slightly more heely day, that is shank territory. So miss towards the toe if you can. Why is it important? Because if you look at that one, this is a hole which is 155 yards. We've got a green which is 27 yards front to back, as you can see by the graphic, and on the left you can see the table. On that graphic, if you have a 1%, 2%, 3, 5, 8 and 10, and you are going a shot distance, say of 150 meters, if you have a 1%, that only means a 5-foot putt difference. You have a 5 foot, which is nothing. But if you then move that all the way to 10%, you're going to now end up with a 45-foot putt. It doesn't take much because you're going back to the right hand side there, but you look at the green, yellow, orange and red band. This is a forced carry. If you have a situation like this at your golf course where it doesn't have to be water, it can be heather, it can be a bunker in front of the green, it can be a dead patch, it can be anything which makes you have to hit a forced carry. And if you hit certain shots going back to the grid beforehand and you're an extreme toe or extreme low heel or anything else like that as a pattern, then you are going to struggle making the carry. And in this case, obviously with water, you are going to be in the drink, which is bad. And so this golf club is more of a linear golf club. There's no specific toe help or heel help. It is meant for the golfer which radiates away from the middle. And so you have a fairly even amount of forgiveness as it comes away. Conclusion on looks, feel, performance and forgiveness as an overall. When it comes to looks, it is a game improvement iron. It's big, it's got decent size of everything. If you're a golfer that wants real estate down by the golf ball, then this one has it in spades. It's got decent sized soles, it's got decent sized blade lengths. Feel is, well, it's not forged. I know PXG say on the website that it feels, as far as I'm concerned anyway, it definitely is a cast iron and you can feel it. It's a power bat and it does feel like it comes off the face very, very quickly. When it comes to performance, works really well. If this is the golf club that you're looking for, this golf club absolutely, as long as you get the right loft at your speed, is one of the very best options for a slow swinging golfer to try and get as much distance as possible. But you do have to be bearing in mind, guys, that the fact that we are talking about a golf club at 28 degrees, so depending on your swing speed, just be wary of such. Generally speaking, it's a fairly linear golf club of forgiveness all around the middle, and so doesn't necessarily want to go down the route of someone who's specifically toe or specifically heel, don't be heel, or specifically low. It favors the person who's going to be just a general sprayer of the middle. And so if you're one of those, then this PXG Black Ops iron could work very well for you. So hope you like the video. We've got other ones coming very, very soon. We've got the 311 XP, the P, we've got the 317s as well, the T, the CB and the ST as well. Naming conventions, yeah, don't get me started on that one. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, go on a big thumbs up. YouTube like so do I. Down there is a subscribe button. It's free. It's brilliant for the channel if you could subscribe. So thank you. Next to that one is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. Hope you're well. We'll see you again soon.